Hey guys, Kevin here. Let's loop. In this section, we are going to be looking at for loops, while loops, nested loops. All right. So, what for loop you might remember from C++, C++ is that we used to create integer. All right. We used to create a iteration condition and then a halting condition. So let's say uh, up, uh, I want to replay a piece of code for 5 times. What I would do is I would declare integer I equals to 0, and then I would keep it that till I is less than 5, I plus plus, right? That was what used to happen in C++. Now in Python, that is not the case, all right? In Python, it works in a different way where it iterates over the items in a sequence and in the order that they appear in the sequence. So let's say if I were to say that for um, if I have written a list of numbers, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? If I were to write for k in numbers and then put a semicolon, whatever the syntax is, and if I were to write print k each time, print k, it would print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What it does is it takes each element from the numbers, the list, and then it prints it. Uh, Also, we have a range function. So let's just go to Python and let's just go to Colab and code it over there. So let's create a new section. Let's call it loops, and let's write a for loop over here. Uh, yeah. So let me create a list numbers, right? And 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. All right. And if I were to write for k in numbers, now the syntax for this is that you write the first statement, you write it like this, and then you put a semicolon. Now indentation is very important. So always remember, if there's a colon over here, you need to leave space between there. Over here we are using this 2 spaces. Even 1 space is sufficient, but there should be indentation. Now whatever code I write over here, all right, oh my bad, whatever code I write over here doesn't matter. It will always be a part of the for loop. The moment I remove this indentation, it will be outside the for loop. It won't be repeated again. So indentation is very important in Python. Also, when we study if statements, over there also we'll be looking at indentation. If I perform this action, as I said, we get all the numbers. So what basically happened was that uh, we took each number, we took 1, we took 3, 5, and then each of them were printed. Um Now, but you would be like, Kevin, what if I want to use it like we used to use it in C++? All right, if I want to repeat a code 5 times, if I want to add something, if I want to take a number, let's say num equals to 10, and if I want to add 2 to it 5 times, all right, what can I do? You could do for I in range, that's the range function. You could write 5, and what it will do is just look for yourself. Num equals to num plus, let's say 2, and print num, right? uh, Let me just put a print statement here. It took the number 10, it added 2 to it 5 times, all right. It started from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? What you could do over here in a similar way is you could also define the function as 0 comma 5, right? And it will start from 0, it will go to 5, and each time it will add each time it will add 1 by default. And what you could do is you could add plus 2 to this, and now what will happen is each time 2 will get added. So if I were to replace this by 6, and if I were to do that, and let's put a print back statement here. What happened was we left the number at 20, alright, by adding 10, 5 times. So 20 was the number, and then what we did was that from 0 to 6. So that's 0, that's 2, that's 4, right? 0 to 4. Next time you added 2, it was 6. 6 is not less than 6. So it printed 3 times. It added 2 to it 3 times. So that's the syntax of range. Range function can either be just one digit. It could also be just this, where 0 to 4. And if I don't write the third term over here, if I don't write the third term, and if I run this normally, it will just perform the function 4 times. Alright, 0, 1, 2, 3. As simple as that. So by default, it will add +1. If you want something custom to be added, +2. That's your choice. Alright. Sometimes in the question above, it is that print odd numbers or even numbers. It's up to you. So that's how range functions work. That's how for loops works. And many times it will be the case where, let's say, let's do a question. Let's do a sample question over here. Uh, let's assume that I have this same list of numbers. However, it contains even numbers as well. So yeah, let's say I have 2, I have 3, I have 8, right? I have 12, I have 16, I have 17. All right. Now I don't want the even numbers to be there. I just want to print a list. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to see more of these tutorials. Give me a follow on Twitter at the Karia. And if you have any queries, feel free to send an email at ask.kevinpkaira@gmail.com.